Topic is factorizing a cubic polynomial. So let us understand this concept with the help of an example. Factorize x cubed plus 4x squared minus 19x plus 14 completely. So for the solution, first we apply the factor theorem. We apply the factor theorem to find a linear factor of this polynomial. Uh, let px is equal to x cubed plus 4x squared minus 19x plus 14. The first method is the trial and error. So for the trial and error, we try to find a number for which the answer for this polynomial is 0. Then you can say that we have a linear factor. So which number to try? What number to try here? So we have, so technique is that the tip is that 14 is the last uh, constant and 1 is here. So find the factors of 14. Find the factors of 14 positive and negative factors. So 1, 2, 7, and 14. So the numbers which you can try here for the hit and trial method or trial and error method is uh, these are the numbers, these are the options for x. So let us try x is equals to 1 here. So what is P1? P1 is 1 cubed plus a 4 into 1 square minus 19 into 1 plus 14. So P1 is coming as 1 plus 4 minus 19 plus 14. So P1 is 18 minus 18. Yes, P1 is equals to 0. So for x is equals to 1, for x is equals to 1, the remainder. So this is basically the remainder. So the remainder is 0. If the remainder is 0, what is that factor of this polynomial? So the technique is simple that as it was x equals to 1, so x minus 1 is equals to 0 means the factor is x minus 1. Therefore, I can write by the factor theorem, by the factor theorem, x minus 1 is a linear factor of px. So this is a linear factor. So the first step, so I use the factor theorem, and yes, we have a linear factor of the given polynomial. If this is a linear factor, then with the help of this linear factor, you can find the other factor of this polynomial, which is the quadratic. So you can do the long division or you can apply the synthetic division. So as we have x cubed plus a 4x square minus 19, sorry, it was x minus 19x plus 14, and a linear factor is x minus 1. So you can apply the synthetic division to find the other factor, which is the quadratic factor. So by synthetic division, you can apply the long division, but synthetic division can give you the answer quickly, the other factor. So write as it is, x is equals to x minus 1. So the value of x is 1 by if we equate that thing to 0. Over here we write the coefficients 1, 4, minus 19 and 14 other coefficients. We just copy 1 here. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. Write 5. 5 multiplied by 1 is 5. Write minus 14 here. And then minus 14 multiplied by 1 is minus 14. So this is 0. So remainder is 0, and here from here you can get the quadratic factor of this polynomial. These are the coefficients of that quadratic factor. So what is the quotient? You can say the quotient when you're dividing the two. So the quotient sorry, is equals to 1 x square plus 5x minus 14. So this is the quotient. Using the identity that dividend is equals to divisor multiplied by the quotient plus remainder, which is 0. You don't need to write remainder. So Px, which is the given polynomial x cubed plus 4x squared minus 19x plus 14 is divisor, which is the factor. So x minus 1 is the divisor, because I can give the idea. Actually, the long division, in the long division, we write x minus 1 outside, and here I write px. And so we have the divisor x minus 1, and the quotient, which you can either represent by using the uh, factor theorem or the, sorry, by using the synthetic division or the long division, is here. It is x squared plus 5x minus 14. And as the question was to factorize it completely, so x minus 1, and this is simple. You can apply the midterm break here. X square, 7 2s are plus 7x minus 2x minus 14. And finally, midterm break is there. X is common. We have x plus 7. Minus 2 is common. We have x plus 7. Square brackets. And x minus 1, x plus 7, and x minus 2. So this is the factorization of this cubic polynomial x cubed plus 4x squared minus 19x plus 14. This is how you can factorize a cubic polynomial. First, we apply the factor theorem, and with the help of factor theorem, we find a linear factor. So first, we apply the factor theorem to find the linear factor, and then by using the synthetic division or the long division, you can find the quadratic factor. In this way, the answer is there. This is how you can factorize a cubic polynomial. So another question. Factorize 12x cubed minus 4x square minus 5x plus 2. And B part is hence solve the equation 12x cubed minus 4x square minus 5x plus 2. So A part, for the factorization, first we'll try and we'll use the factor theorem to find a linear factor of this polynomial, and then we'll find the quadratic factor by dividing uh, by the linear factor. 12x cubed minus 4x square minus 5x plus 2. Let this is px. So here, which numbers you try for which the expression is 0 can be 0. So the technique is that you first constant is here, and here is the 12, which is the coefficient of x cubed, the highest degree term here. So the technique is very simple. You find the factors of the constant, factors of 2. The factors of 2 are 1 is the factor, 2 is a factor. Next, you find the factor of the factors of 12, which is the coefficient of x cubed. 1 is factor, 2 is factor, 3 is a factor, 4 is a factor, and 6 is a factor, and 12 is a factor. Then, for the possible numbers, dividing. So divide 1 over 1 is 1, then 1 over 2 is 1 over 2, 1 over 3, 1 over 4, 1 over 6, 1 over 12. So what I'm doing here, actually, I'm dividing 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 6, 1 by 12, and then the same with the 2, 2 by 1, 2 by 2, 2 by 3, 2 by 4, 2 by 5, 2 by 6, 2 by 12. So here, so 2 over 1 is 2, then 2 over 2, 2 over 2 is 1. 1 is already there in the list. 1 is already there in the list. Don't write. So 2 over 3 is not in the list. Write 2 over 3. Then next is 2 over 3, 2 over 4. So what is 2 over 4. 2 over 4 is 1 over 2, which is in the list. 2 over 6. 2 over 6 is 1 over 3, which is already in the list. 2 over 12 is 1 over 6, which is already. So don't write the repeated numbers. So after dividing, write plus minus. These are the possible numbers which you can try in the given polynomial to get zero answer. So these are the possibilities. So let us start with the integers. Integers are plus 1, minus 1, plus 2, and minus 2. So for x is equals to 1, for x equals to 1, P1, this is P, P1 is 12 into 1 cube minus 4 into 1 square minus 5 into 1 plus 2, which is 12 minus 4 minus 5 plus 2. And this answer is equals to 14 minus 9. So this answer is equal to 5, which is not equals to 0. Next try, x is equals to 1. So this is p minus 1 now coming as. So I'm writing it directly, minus 12 minus 4 plus 5 plus 2. So minus 12 minus 4 plus 5, and clearly this is not equals to 0. Next, I'm trying x is equals to 2, the integer. So what is P2? P2 is 12 into 2 to power 3, then 4 into 2 to power 2 minus 5 into 2 plus 2. So 12, 8 minus 4, 4 minus 10 plus 2. This is 96 minus 16 minus 10 plus 2, and clearly this is not equals to 0. 96 minus 16. Okay, next is x is equals to the last integer. Then afterwards, if not 0, we'll be trying these fractional values there. Minus 2. So this is 12 into minus 2 to power 2 minus 4 into minus 2 raised to the power 2. Sorry, it was 3. And then minus 5 into minus 2 and then plus 2. It is minus 96. It is 4, 4 minus 16 plus 10 and plus 2. Minus 96 minus 16 plus 10 and plus 2, and clearly this is not equals to 0. So this is trial and error method. So next, okay, start with x equals to 1 over 2. X equals to 1 over 2, P1 over 2 is equals to here 12 into 1 over 2 raised to the power 3 minus 4 into 1 over 2 raised to the power 2 minus 5 into 1 over 2 plus 2, which is 12 into 1 over 8 minus 4 into 1 over 4 minus 5 over 2 plus 2, which is 4 3 times. So here is equal to 3 over 2 minus 1 minus 5 over 2 plus 2. So 3 over 2 minus 1 minus 5. Yes, this is 0. P1 over 2 is equals to 0, and this P1 over 2 is 0 for the value of x. This x is 1 over 2. So what is the factor then? So P half is equal to 0. It is 1 over 2. As x is equals to 1 over 2, you can write 2x minus 1. 2x is equals to 1 by cross multiplication, and 2x minus 1 equals to 0. In this way, you can identify the linear factor. 2x minus 1 is a linear factor. This is by the factor theorem. So I can write by factor theorem 2x minus 1. 2x minus 1 is a linear factor of the cubic polynomial, which is px. So this is a factor. So after finding the linear factor, so here I can write remainder. This is basically the remainder is 0 and is the remainder is 0. So this is a linear factor. If it is a linear factor, then you can find the quadratic factor by dividing. So by dividing px by 2x minus 1. By dividing px by 2x minus 1, so we have next, uh, yes, now divide px by 2x minus 1. So this is long division. 2x minus 1 here, and the given polynomial is 12x cube minus 4x square minus 5x plus 2. So long division over here, write 6x square, the first term, 12x cube minus 6x square. Then for the remainder, change sign, cancel 2x square minus 5x plus 2, then is plus x, 2x square minus x. And then again for the remainder, subtract. It is minus 4x plus 2. And yes, we have minus 2 here, then minus 4x plus 2. And yes, we have 0 remainder. It has to be 0 for this case. So this part is the dividend. This is the, sorry, this part is the, this part is the dividend. This is the quotient, and here is the divisor. So I can write the dividend 12x cube minus 4x squared minus 5x plus 2 is identical to divisor, which is the factor in this case, multiplied by quotient, which is 6x squared plus x minus 2, and remainder is 0. So this is a quadratic polynomial. This can be factorized. Let us factorize 6x squared plus x minus 2. Then it is by midterm break method, 6x squared plus 4x minus 3x minus 2, which is next 2 is common, x is common, 3x plus 2 minus 1 is common, 3x plus 2. So 3x plus 2 and 2x minus 1 is the factorization. Therefore, finally, you can write px, which is 12x, therefore 12x cube minus 4x squared minus 5x plus 2 is 2x minus 1, 3x plus 2, and again 2x minus 1. This is the answer of this quadratic polynomial. So 2x minus 1 is there twice. So you can write 2x minus 1 square and 3x plus 2. This is the factorization of 12x cubed minus 4x squared minus 5x plus 2, the answer. Next, B part was to solve 12x cubed minus 4x squared minus 5x plus 2 is equals to 0. Then we have the factorization from part A. So 2x minus 1 square and 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. So either either 2x minus 1 is equals to 0 with power 2, 2x minus 1 whole square 0, or 3x plus 2 is equals to 0, 2x minus 1 equals to 0, so x equals to 1 over 2. So this is the repeated root in this case. So for the cubic equation, there must be 3 answers in all, including the real and the complex roots. Minus 2 over 3. So minus 2 over 3 is one root, and 1 over 2 is the other root of this cubic equation. Thank you.